We are glad. We are glad to be here. I haven't a spoonaphone tonight. I don't know where it is. But nevertheless, we will go on. We will go on. Should I know. I'll use a duckaphone. Hello. I'm Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. This is not Craft Roulette. This is In Review, which is part 2 of Craft Roulette, featuring you, our card contributors. I've never used a duckaphone before. I may get into it. I think I may like it better than the spoonaphone. Oh, well, you just never know. We also could have a root beeraphone. I mean, we could have phones out of all sorts of things. How about an ATG phone? Yeah, that would be like for choruses, singing all into the same, like Paul and George used to sing into the same microphone. It would be that size. Anyway, this is another night on In Review. There are 3 acts to In Review. That was not even an act. That was real me. But there are 3 acts of In Review. Mail call, which I have some great mail. Card slideshow, which we have some great cards. 380 something cards. Woo-hoo-hoo. And then, yes, that fast detective game show, Whodunit, where you get to put your card detective skills to the test to see if you can decide what card I am recreating loosely from the current gallery. And I saw that Christina Holloman is not going to be here during that game. So you guys just can breathe a sigh of relief. But don't get too comfortable. There are some crackpot detectives out there, and I get caught every time. Last week, I almost didn't get caught. I mean, it was like a hair. I was just about to put the finishing touch on my magnificent card, and then I got caught. But this week, I'm getting away with it. Yes, that's the throwdown right now. Join us later in the show, but stay tuned because we're going to start with our warm-up act. And I will tell you something, I can relate to this one. I don't know if you guys can relate to this one. But my wife, it says my wife. I don't have a wife. But my wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. Anybody else have no sense of direction? You know what this guy did? He just packed up his stuff and went right. And right. Read that again. So I packed up my stuff and right. Just when you think you can memorize something like 2 words in a row, not so much. Anyway, so good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching the replay, please leave a comment in the little comment section below or wherever it is. We would love to say hi to you. If it is only just a heart, that's us saying hi with lots of affection and appreciation. So we're so glad to have you. I went to the post office today, man. I drove right out there, picked up my stuff, drove right home because we also talked to Amanda Stevens today about World Card Making Day. So we have we were doing, and I had a member call before that. And so it was like bang, bang, bang. I'm too old for this, but it's okay. Keeps me young, keeps me ready for anything. Do want to thank our spin sponsors this month. That would be, this is Joy Wilson will be here Friday. She is from Pajama Crafter Stamps. I'll get it right yet. She's going to be with us Friday on the show. Inky Stamper is Chelsea Comer. She has been on the show just recently. Pear Blossom Press, the guts for the light-up cards, and the world's most fabulous foam tape. That's who I was talking to this afternoon. She's a great friend of Craft Roulette. And this calls for confetti, and we love confetti around here. We're all about it. So you guys just fit right in with us. Thank you so much for giving a $25 gift certificate away each and every week to our wonderful, wonderful people that have sent in cards if they make them eligible to win. And we give away a lot of stuff every week. It's so much fun. I just love giving away other people's stuff. So I'm getting real used to it too. Let's go down to paper cam. Make sure there's nothing here. I did push away some things and show you some mail because it's good stuff. We love good stuff. Got a really nice square card. Look, another square card. We got 2 square cards here. This one from Lenine Jesse in Washington. And look at, she put this pretty thing on it to protect the card and the envelope. And let's go in a little bit. There we go. This was the Cheshire Cat. She works on the design team for Relatively Thoughtful, and I think I saw Sally in the group there. She is getting good at staying up. She lives in England, and she's staying up and watching these shows. I'm a little worried about her taking naps while she's driving or something, but isn't this pretty? Sally makes beautiful, beautiful papers and kits, and she also, we just found out for sure, she will be joining us in the sponsor section on World Card Making Day. So with a very generous gift. So make sure that you are planning to be with us on October 5th. There will be more information coming about how to register for those giveaways. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? She's layered these things up. She's cut them all up. That is an ornery looking cat. And these colors, I would, if I were making my own color cube, these are colors I would use. And I tell you what, if you see a color combination that you like, there is no reason in the world that you can't just go ahead and put a little note back in your creative companion, and so that you can see where your colors are and what you like, and get notes on things like that. Here's some things from gallery notes from 226 things that I discovered about in the gallery that I wanted to remember. Careful. There's also some things about color combinations there's a lot of pages in the back, but the beauty of having them in this book is, it's all about craft roulette and where you found all those color combinations, and it keeps it all tidy. I don't know about you, but I got stuff everywhere. So anyway, that's really pretty. Beautiful die. Perfect. It's perfect. Here it is. It is, Lenine. It's just perfect. You did a beautiful job. You are spoiling me with these beautiful cards that you're sending. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Also got a really sweet card and beautiful card from Erica Most, who was our mystery guest a couple weeks ago on Craft Roulette's member site show, which is when we do a card slideshow and get to, honestly, we just talk, but we talk about some cards too. But we also get to know these people, and it's such a delight. At least I'm enjoying it a lot. And I see comments from y'all that have watched it too, and you're enjoying meeting your fellow members. And this was a beautiful card sent by Erica to me. She had won oh dear, I brought this out. She won a little kit from Desiree Coomerleaf when she was a spin sponsor. And she has, and I pulled these all out because these are all based on Zentangle, which we had Tangle this month or this week. And there's that stamp set, and that's the one she used for my beautiful card. Anyway, Desiree is all in on teaching Zentangle, and you can find her under include a thank you for her videos. And this is so pretty. Look at those beautiful colors combination. Isn't that nice? And then she wrote the sweetest little letter, or sweetest little note about how she appreciates Craft Roulette. So thank you very, very kindly, Erica. There's, this is really, I don't want to tell yet because we do have a new member show that you guys can enjoy if you are members, but I don't want to tell you the secrets yet. We did have her daughter on last week, Kimberly Perry, and she was just as sweet as can be and darling. Really enjoyed having her on the show, and all her comments were really the smart group. It's like a house full of crafters, and it's just so fun to imagine them. They play this game too, so we'll see how they do tonight. But this little card is from Lori Fallon. She's so cute. She just is so cute. Look at this little fuzzy thing on top of his head. I think that is just like the darlingest thing. I'm totally going to steal that from you, Lori, and I'm happy to announce that too, because I am definitely going to steal that. And then she's got this cute little birdie in plaid. Who wouldn't love a orange plaid birdie? If he sat in my bird feeder, I would take notice. And he's a little die cut. He's got little spots there for his feet to stick in too. His little legs, and then a thank you, some orange. Well played, well played. And just a really sweet little card. And then she wrote a very, very little sweet note. And look, there's the little bird's friend. Or I think it's its friend because it's got a hat on. And if you look very, very closely, you can see some tulle on that hat. Can you see it? Oh, my stars. What a sweet little subtle touch. And I do believe you cut your letters out on your own. I did do a tutorial for Silver and Up on those kind of letters. I think it was released just today. So, Lori, thank you so much. You are a dear. You really are. And I'm glad you got to win something. I got to win some things here. I got some cards with stuff in them. Let's see what we've got. This is a nice little... Boy, this package almost didn't make it. Look at that. This is a little package from Sue Small Kreider. Thank you very much, Sue. She sent a Greenery Garden Getaway die. Man, that's pretty. That would make a pretty card. It looks like it fits on an A2 just about perfectly. And no, I have never talked to the Greenery about being a spin sponsor, so I probably should. And then here is a card with some garden gloves. I have these garden gloves, I'm pretty sure. But mine have real dirt. You've got dirt on them, though. That's pretty cool. She inked a little bit to make them look. Look, she's even got the little stretchy band there. And did you stencil that, I think? Looks like she stenciled the paper before she did the glove. But it opens up, and there's the inside of the glove. I'll show that in just a minute. I have not pulled this out because I just was opening the mail when we got the phone call with Amanda. So it says pull on this little tab. Sue does remarkable interactive things. And she's got the tools there that match, that looks so good with the gloves. And then you pull it up into an easel card. An easel pop-up, and it folds back. Oh, my stars. That is remarkable. That is quite the card. And she says you can put your personal message here. I would just put something like, oh, my goodness, can you believe how cool this card is? That would be my personal message. And then this pulls out, and it says, may your days be always in bloom. That is something else, Sue. Sue does do... open gloves and pull up ribbon. Yep. Sue does do a lot of process videos about her remarkable cards, and you can find them on Craft Roulette's resource. No, Mr. Producer will put it in the chat, and I will read it. So if you're watching the replay, you will hear what it is. But she does do process videos for this. Now look at this. She also sent me her card. Uli's Cat's World card making tutorials, cards that pop. And then it says Sue Small Kreider with her Gmail address and her YouTube address. And it's got a little tiny kitty picture. That is a business card you would never throw away. Look at that. That would be fun in a card too, where you just open it up and it pulls itself up, and then you could that's just a regular pop-up. If you, pop-up is on the wheel right now as a project. So it's okay. So you can find Sue's videos along with everybody else's that have sent in Craft Roulette process videos in our current members under our craftroulette.live site /community/process videos. So there you go. There it is. Thank you very much. And Sue has her own community profile with Craft Roulette, and you can see that also under craftroulette.live community. So she's got a lot of talent, that girl. I don't know where she stores it all, but she's got it and she shares it. So she's one of these people that shares her talent and it never gets used up. It seems to just get better and better. So that is the nature of something pretty, of sharing. And then I got a nice little surprise from Stacy Dobbenberger. It's her birthday month, I believe. So here I am getting the present. So she sent a cute little card with some little stinkers. You're sensational. Was this her card? I have not read this yet. Oh, she got a Trinity gift certificate. Yay for you. Yep, she watches every Friday night. Yep. It's the only... Oh, that's nice. She says there are many weeks that Craft Roulette card is the only time she has crafting time to do, so she looks forward to it each week. I think a lot of us are in that same box, or that same situation, Stacy. I don't craft on my own unless I'm thinking about something to do, to teach or follow up on a card or social media, so... Yeah, it's kind of... I did do a few cards that I just needed some things to have on hand to send kind of generic cards. Well, I'll show you. Since I used Desiree, they're very plain, but I used Desiree's Coomerly's Desire Tangles include a thank you, and made some the other night on a call while I was on a Zoom call with some nice ladies. So, super cute card. Look at this. You're so good. She's got little tiny polka dots on her pretty yellow back here. She's got a nice little stamp die going on. Really finely notched, detailed. Then she's got her little stinkers all popped up. They've got some pretty little flowers on a little... It looks almost like a little bushy island. And then she stenciled some... That looks good. So this guy is really popped up and he's got some definition with the outline and everything, but then you've got the stenciling in the background to soften the background. Oh. And look at the detail. Oh man, that's cool. All the texture and pattern in the sky, plus the clouds. Do you ever put your clouds upside down? Because that would be a completely different look. It would be not scientific, but it would be a different look. And some pretty little bubbles. So, darling card. Let's see what you guys may be winning soon. We've got, oops, those are stuck. We've got some Sizzix Thinlets for some nice tropical kind of vibes. Man, that's nice. Stacy, sure you want to get rid of these? We've got Picket Fence. Look at how little those images are. Happy birthday, big hugs. We miss you, kind of a generic thing. Surely you'll find somebody in that mix to put on a card. These would be good on an envelope or like up in the corner if you can relate to yourself being one of those people, or maybe on the back, or to you on a tag and you have maybe somebody looks like that. Those are tiny. I could probably lose some of those, but maybe somebody else will just not do that thing, like lose it. So here's another Sizzix, a beautiful lacy heart and some flowers and a banner. Wow. Ooh, look at that. That is fancy schmancy. And, people are using dies for stamps now. So, you could do all sorts of fun stuff. Ooh, this looks pretty. Like retiform ginkgo leaves or something. I don't know. What do they call this? Do we have a name? Fandangle. It should have been this week. This looks like Zen tangling too. Yeah. Well, maybe next time. Hello, Jamie Watts sneaking into the back row. It's so good to see you. 12 sheets of some acid-free paper from hedgehoghollow.com. Ooh, those are pretty. Should we look? We could peek. We can peek. Maybe. Yeah, we can. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Kind of retro. Oh, that's the same one. Pretty, though. My goodness. Pretty. Nice, nice, pretty paper. You could make a whole set of cards, several sets for presents and things. Here's some basic little stamps or stencil. You could do borders or random stenciling. Oh, look at this one. This could have been for teachers with the numbers and things. I don't know quite, but you could have used it for teachers. And this might be good. You know, you could do something like this and then Zentangle in all the holes. If you wanted to have something for, or a mandala, you could do all those kind of things. That's so nice, Stacy. Thank you so much. I will be thrilled to pass those along to some lucky winners. That's super nice. Well, if that doesn't make you want to send in a card each and every week in hopes of winning some wonderful goodie bag, well, I don't know. I just don't know. That's all good stuff, and we just give it away. And all you have to do is send in a card. So to be qualified, make sure you make it family-friendly, handcrafted, and include all 4 parameters, of course. But other than that, we're good to go. So let's look at some of those cards that will be qualifying for some of these giveaways, shall we? It is episode 226 where we got to have Bill and Tracy on. I invited them on tonight, but it was last minute. So if you're here, hello. Hello, there's my card. I had fun making it. I did. The parameters were see-through. We had jungle colors. You guys did great. Teachers or teaches, and then tangle. My tangle was using one of Desiree's little stamps at the bottom, as you can see, right, almost tickling that little moo moo cow's tummy. My see-through was the moon. Jungle colors, there's blues and greens and yellows. And then it was a nursery rhyme kind of throwback. We would be over the moon if JD really got good at sleeping in his own crib. So my daughter's working hard on teaching him to do that. Okay, so I did see him yesterday. Get the chocolate out. So I did see him yesterday, and he didn't sleep real well. And I did get to pick him up and hold him just a little bit while he was settling down. And it was pretty precious. And then I did put him back. And my daughter told me later I could do that. And I thought, because I did. Yep, there you go. You got your chocolate in there. It was a lot of fun to make. I enjoyed having Tracy and Bill on the show as well. So Melody S. from California, this is your 71st card. Remarkable. You can see I've already talked about a bunch of cards today. So I'm up to speed on the parameters for once because I did the member show. See-through drop gems on the ivy leaves. Oh, those are pretty. I love ivy leaves. They almost look like camille lizards coming down the wall, too. Greens and browns, books, teachers use them to teach. Yeah, lots of books. Books are fun to add on a card like this. And the hanging ivy is tangled up. It's what was that word? Pleach. 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 It was my word of the day. It means to intertwine. So the vines have bleached. Yeah, it was a verb, so I think that's correct. I'd never seen it before, but you are wonderful, and so is your card, Melody. So is having 71 cards shared with us. Thank you so much. You're almost to 75. That's exciting. Looking forward to sharing that celebration on the show soon. Sharon Goodman from Australia. You are on your 58th card. Teach, love, inspire. That's good. Here it comes. Here it comes. That wasn't very effective. I didn't feel very fulfilled with that one. There may be another one coming, but I apologize. But I hope you do embrace the yawn and join me each week for our weekly yawn for Wednesday nights. What'd she do? She used a Cricut to cut out her owl, emboss the panel. We were talking about that. Our mystery guest and I were talking today about how many different embossing folders people used and how much they leveled up the cards. It really does a wonderful thing. The owl is wearing glasses, which are see-through. Well, harumph, of course. I have my see-through perimeter on right now. And the jungle palette of greens, yellows, and oranges. Nice. The wise owl is a teacher. Very iconic. Absolutely. And teach in the sentiment. Nicely done. Look at that row, the border of books. What a great idea. Tangle is one of the titles of one of the books. We had that on the member show today. Somebody else had used that, and we were like, whoa, that's really smart. So we have several smart people out. Well, we have a lot of smart people. But I sure see it. Man, that's tiny printing. I wonder if you used a 0.6 or 6 font or something. That's really cute, Sharon. You should have quite a grasp on cars after 58, right? That's really good. We're so glad you've joined us so many times. Althea McRae from Florida. It's just a little dark, and I'm going to be able to see what I can see. We've got a seascape on foam tape. I hope it's the world's best foam tape with acetate on the frame. That's really pretty, though. Greens are for the jungle colors. You know, it's kind of like there's probably jungles in the ocean, so to speak. Blackboard with safety rules for fish. I'll have to tell you about that. I can't read them, but I bet they're wonderful. The hooks are tangled in the seaweed. So one time I had this really ornery reading group of girls. Oh my gosh, they were so ornery. And so I said, you know what, girls, I really need your help. Would you please write the rules for my next group, because you understand misbehaving and I need some help on the next group. So they were so dedicated to writing the best rules. They wrote 5 great rules. I think it's about 5. And then I said, that is so great. And I can't wait to tell you who's in my next group. And who is it, Mrs. Gunn? It was the same girls. I pulled a fast one on them. Yeah. But this is cute, Althea, and I really like how you did the arch and that you did a blackboard with rules for fish. I will look at that better when I can see it better. And it looks gorgeous and really, really well made with all the seaweed and everything. Very clever. Nice job. Deputy Heidi from Milton. Oh boy, we haven't seen one of your cards in a while. Deputy Heidi, did you pass your own inspection? You have an acetate card. We had a couple of those. Those are very cool. I wonder if you've made them before. Zebra black and white. Love to learn stamps. Love to learn. Yep. Don't we all? There's always something to learn too. Whew. Freehand stencil and stamp. You did it all. You just did it all. It's your first attempt at tangling. I'm so proud of you. Right, you all do. You all mention that. Or not everybody. I won't be that literal. But often we hear that you try things because we get those pesky parameters and you hadn't really put that thought into your, hey, maybe I should try that. And so it's really fun to see you guys try new things and branch out. I think you did great. I love that, a lot of times on Zen tangling, you think of small little tight little detail things, but you went really big. And I think that's just a kind of a groovy thing to try. Another thing, when you haven't done a lot of Zen tangling, don't start I'm going to do this whole 12 by 12 piece of paper, because you will burn out, I think. Maybe you won't. But if you just they have tiles, you can do smaller pieces, and then you get it done faster, and it's fun. And then you feel like you're successful, and you can move on. But that's good. That's good, Deputy Heidi. I'm glad you didn't have to bust yourself. It'd be embarrassing. Sue Harrington from the UK, number 62. She went Christmas. Christmas is perfect with jungle colors. die cut panel to see through to the back paper. So the light color green is the back paper, maybe? I think a maybe. Greens and red, perfect jungle colors. Purple, perfect Christmas colors. See additional notes. Craft Roulette teaches me to think outside the box every week. There you go. And that is a good one. That's a good way to put it. There's different ways to put how teaching too, right? You did all sorts of really great ideas on it. You are a creative bunch. You really are. And that is one of the most rewarding things for me, is to see you guys do it and just play with it. This is her 60-second on the sentiment, and the embossed panel is your random tangling. Yeah, I get it. It truly is a tangled up sentiment, isn't it? Really attractive. Nicely done, Sue. I'm glad we can get you out of your box. I love to push people. Allison Cope. Let's see what time. Oh, we better get on to the game. But Allison Cope from Medicine Hat, Alberta. She is such a good colorist. She used stickles with see-through glitter. Oh, that's a good one, Allison. Nice stretch job there. Very worthy of a Pilates award. Lots of beautiful florals and fauna in the jungle. Really, really pretty colors. I was talking to our mystery guest today about how much we like Halloween colors. And you got me. I love them all. I do. The color... The cat is teaching the witch a spell. How to spell what? Chrysanthemum? Never way. No way. Leprechaun? My daughter did a post the other day about leprechaun. Nobody can spell leprechaun. And I asked her, I thought that perhaps one person knew how to spell leprechaun, and they were the person that put the correct spelling in so that you get the red squiggly line. And now we don't ever have to learn it because we have red squiggly line teacher. Her dress has a tangle of vines in the pattern. Isn't that fantastically chosen? It is. Look at her details too. Her floor, she does that all with Copics. And then she's got all those little fancy things just sprinkled around that she probably stamped on there. It's just so good. And her colors are nicely balanced. Look how she does like the orange with the hat and the apron, and then the hat ribbon. And purple, there's only the one purple, and it just kind of stands out. And then you've got the Hamlet skull. And the green balancing kind of there. And the nice. Well, we've got one more day for members to send in cards, and I know we're going to get some good ones still. There are a whole lot over there, over 300. And what can I say? There's just a lot of cards. Have we gotten to 40,000 yet? I don't know that we have, but a lot of cards to enjoy. It's just so fun to go over there and spend some time seeing what you all did and how your thoughts went. It's a glorious thing. There is, you can find it over on craftroulette.live, episode gallery I don't think we'll probably get 200 more this week. So it won't be this week that we get to 40,000, but it probably won't be next week. That's good. That's good. All right. Well, are you ready? I feel like stealing something. I feel like stealing something pretty cool. Are you ready to catch me? Are you ready to try to catch me? Hey, Christy Tips. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It is time to play Craft Roulette's in Reviews Whodunit. This is the card game where you get to test your detective skills. Do you have the card detective skills it takes to bust me once again? I've always been busted. I think I've been playing this game for almost a year, and I have been busted every week. I'm going to get close. I'm getting cagier. You think? Okay. The object of the game is to be the first card detective to correctly solve the mystery of whodunit and provide the clue that broke the case wide open. We will be seeing in the chatterbox some little way to say the proper way to bust me. And the details are, I will be making a card based on a card from the most recent episode's gallery. My project will be inspired by the selected card and will not be a perfect copy. You know that's true. Paula Rice says, oh no, yes. Paula Rice says, at Craft Roulette, just like she did it. Is it Mary Gunn with her cow and moon? That would tell us you actually know. You weren't just making stabs in the dark. That is perfect. Thank you, Paula Rice, and I hope you feel better also, by the way. There will be clues in my project, but it won't be as easy as finding one match because they could be hidden. They could be changed. They could be altered, but they will have all 4 parameters, and they will be based on a card, and when we make the reveal, it's going to be fine. You're going to find out exactly how I cased it. To play the game, you must be present in the live stream to participate. You need to have the correct gallery. Here it comes. Here it comes. That was a better one. Okay, I would judge that at about a 7.5. The other one was about a 5. It was pretty bad. So you need to be present. Okay. You have the right gallery on craftroulette.live open to look for clues. We're going to see that here in just a minute, too. To solve the mystery, you do that at Craft Roulette in the chat, followed by the name. Did I read this again? Or have I read this so many times? I feel like I read it. And then, like Jan did a erase on my default drive. Well, anyway, if you are the first to solve the mystery of who done it correctly in the live chat, you will be tonight's winner. There's all the real rules anyway. Oh, Pajama Crafter is having a summer blowout. I just talked to them yesterday. They didn't say anything. There it is. There's the link to the gallery, so it's easy to find. That is very, very good. Are we done yawning? I will yawn off camera. I think, probably. Anyway, a Krog. You can win a Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. I also sent a bunch of stuff out today, so if you are waiting for something from me, there's a chance that you'll get it in the next little bit. I hope so. It's out of my hands now. There we go. Here we go. Here comes my secret yawn. I slept till 9 this morning. You'd think I'd be nothing but a ball of energy. So, okay, slow mode is on. That means, I'll put this here so you know what game it is. Slow mode is on. That means if you put in a guess or a comment, you will have to wait a minute before you put in another. Yes. I always yawn during... well, here's the truth. I yawn during Craft Roulette too. But I yawn when I'm off camera. Let's see if we can get some stuff going on here. Good luck in duck. Did we miss something? Is my duckaphone hiding from having to be a duckaphone? Well, hi, Decoy Duck. I cannot wait to tell the good news soon about you, Mr. Decoy Duck. You want to tell it now? You didn't know what to say, did you? You want to tell it now? There's now a decoy. There's 2 different decoy ducks in our merchandise store. Oh, Decoy Duck, that is such good news. I am so glad, and I know I have ordered my Decoy Duck shirts. I got 2 coming. I can't wait to wear them. You will be near my heart at all times. Well, we will see you soon. Have anything to say to the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and crafters and craftettes in the audience? Yes, that means good luck in duck. Yes, we got it finally done. So, yay. Excited to get my Decoy Duck shirt. And we can all wear one because they're available for everybody. Okie doke, I've got this, I've got that. I think I'm ready to start. I do need my cheat sheet here. Okay. Here's a clue. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel. I will be using the parameters from from the show and ideas from one of our wonderful contributors. This is fun. I've actually been wanting to do something like this for a while, so when we got this parameter set, I was pretty happy. Obviously, I do not have a pattern, but that'll get me started. I'm going to trim it down, so I'm not going clear to the edge. That's not a clue, it's just a fact. All right. Maybe some jungle colors would be helpful. It's a great time to use the chisel. Has anybody busted me yet? You're trying. Look at all that. Look at all that. Hard crowd, I tell you. I did have fun making this card, and it did give me some inspiration for another card or more. Okay, that's, well, no, let's add one more. I don't hear any music, or I might sing along. We have special music for this part of the show. It's not very good to sing along or dance along with. Is that the color I wanted? No. It's not exactly. It's okay. This is fun. It's kind of like pretty doggone relaxing. I can't ask you if you have done it because then you won't be able to guess. I don't want to mess up your guessing. Well, maybe I do want to mess up your guessing. If I do that, then you can't bust me. Gee, what kind of crook am I? Apparently kind of a bad one. I'd be like the crook in the bank. If I stole something, I'd be whistling out, trying not to do anything to draw attention to myself, but actually drawing attention to myself. It could happen. Well, that can't. I'm not going to steal it. I'm not breaking it. That can't happen. That'd be silly. That'd be too hard to do. No whistling would cover up my nerves. I'd say, why is that woman shaking over there so badly? Somebody call a doctor. And they'd find out I had $10 hiding under my shirt. And I would be arrested. Not worth it. Crime does not pay. Except someday I'll find out if art crime pays. I got a feeling it probably doesn't. But I've never had that opportunity to know. With all those detectives busting me every turn they can. With glee. I think they really enjoy busting me. I do. I've never gotten the email that says, I'm so sorry I busted you, but I'm keeping you from a life of crime. Not one. Sold out for a Krog. Each week. How much is your art stealing worth? A Krog. Want a Krog? I'll sign up. I can be a card detective. I know I can. But everybody can. Excuse me, I had to blow my nose. At least I didn't do that during the card slide. Something to be thankful. This is pretty. You like this? Don't answer because then you'll have to wait a minute before you make another comment. Think it really, really hard and I'll pick up the vibes. The vibe-o-matic must be off. Not picking up any vibes. All right. Oh, got one more. Whoop, nope. Yep. Well, actually, I have several more. But I think I'm not going to use all of them. How pretty. This is called tomato, I think. Yep. And we've had such hot weather. Our tomatoes have not been ripening, but I saw a couple of them today were picking up some pink. So that's good. Tomatoes again. The south shall rise and the tomatoes will pink. Okay. That's probably enough color. And, gosh, you guys. What are you doing? Are you working so hard? Are you enjoying? Isn't the gallery wonderful? Have you found a card that you didn't know was there? Don't answer. Or you'll have to wait for a week before you can say anything again. Not a week. That was wrong information. Just a minute. But a minute can seem like a week when you figure it out and somebody else can comment and you can't. Oh my goodness, that gives me heart palpitations just thinking about it. You are so good, detectives. I am such a good card thief tonight. May not make sense, but it will. It may make sense, maybe not. Oh my goodness, I think this is so pretty. I like stuff like this. I don't think these are Zentangle rules where you can do things like this, but I don't think at the same time there are quote-unquote Zentangle rules. There probably are guidelines. It's kind of like craft roulette. There are guidelines. You have to do this, that, and the other, but you can be creative. Do you want to add a few of these? Is it getting cooler or more junky? Don't answer that. I don't want you to waste a second. Shouldn't ask you so many questions. I've gotten quite good at being a dentist in my own craft room. Yes, I have everything in your mouth right now. Can you answer this question? Have holiday plans? Okay. This is important stuff right here. What's, oh, I covered up my thing. Okay, this, that. That. Fun. I don't know. This is fun. This is definitely a gardener's kind of activity. You can bring your architect side and start with it, I think, but it's kind of fun just to abandon plans. At least a little bit. I suppose you could do this as an architect. I just don't know how. Not at all. Evades the brain. Yep. Total evasion. Okay, let's keep moving here. Stitching or something. That's not a clue. But it could be a clue. I don't remember. I don't see the card. I don't see the person's card while I'm making it here. It's all based on what I did earlier. Let's see. Okay. You know, Desiree gives you this little set with it too. At least I think she does. Okay, where'd the other piece that I need? There's a real... Oh, it's in here? Oh, good. Thank you. I thought I had forgotten the most important piece. Okay, I didn't. I got some Fancy Pants vellum here from my Fancy Pants Your Paper Insider. And I've got some cute little glasses here. This one's shiny. This one's more matte, but it's shiny too. It is a shiny person's win-win. I'm gonna sandwich it. Don't know if this is a good idea. But we're going to do it. Oh man, what step am I on? Huh. Oh, I mixed them up. Never mind. This card does have 12 steps. And I thought I had them. See, there goes my architect. There it goes. Bye-bye. Fly away once again. Okay, let's see if we can get this reasonably cut. Off you go. Pretty, pretty. Whoops. Just may not have the perfect cutting to keep things moving along here. I think we've gotten some moving too. We've got some moving parts for things that are not supposed to be moving. Alright, we're almost done with these things. Were there some common threads on a lot of the cards? No, there really weren't. You guys were all over the place. You had leaves and under the sea. My goodness. This is a hard game because you all do so many different things. Which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Okay. I am not complaining. I think you do a beautiful job. All right. I think we're getting into the nitty-gritty now. I'm working off camera so you can't get a sneak peek early. Well, I think it's destiny that I get caught, but maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. Sit. Stay. Get in the right drawer. So, you know what's funny? Maybe I've told you this. So I was seeing people using these wonderful big scissors, and I thought, oh, I need some big scissors. I want some wonderful big scissors, just like everybody else has. And then I kept even thinking about, how do I get some wonderful big scissors? Which one should I get? I want some wonderful big scissors. And then I was down at my sewing machine. Caught again. Right in the middle of my wonderful big scissor story. The slow mode is off. Now you can tell me everything without having to wait a minute. I will be telling who is the winner here in just a few minutes. But let me tell you the rest of my wonderful big scissor story. Because, which one do we want to do here? Because I realized I was down at my poor, pathetic, very, very neglected sewing machine center that actually has become a printer center. And I thought, I've got some wonderful big scissors in here. And I know I've got more than one. And I did. I had multiple pairs that I had hidden well because I didn't want anybody to use them for anything but fabric. But since they were being used for nothing, I'm missing something. I thought it was time to pull them out for something else. Here we go. Plug a couple holes up here. And so that's how that's the story of my wonderful big scissors. It wasn't that good. So, but it was kind of fun. It was kind of like, oh, well, Mary, you probably need to remember to look for through your own stuff. You're always excited when people say, oh, you found something I had forgotten about. I had forgotten about those. All right. Well, that is the gist of the cards. So let's just see who busted my chops tonight once again. Good not to lead a life of crime, but it's kind of a bummer to get caught every single week. Let's see if my justification will stand true. Let's see whose card I cased tonight. Yay! I cased Sarah Madison's card, and this is why I think my card is similar to hers. Deborah Capps caught me. I think this might be your first time, Deborah Capps. Congratulations. You will win one of these cards you may have yourself for a little memento of your big crime smash. And then I just need to have you use the contact form and let me know on craftroulette.live your address. I know sometimes you all send me a, hey, I won, and then you don't send me your address. and which is adorable and cute, but it doesn't get the card to you any faster. So, congratulations, Deborah. Thanks for busting me and keeping me from a life of crime. So let's see, what does she have that I picked up on? Well, using the see-through parameter, jungle colors, teachers, and tangle for my card, she had see-through glasses, as did I. Mine are considerably larger. These are really cute little glasses. Where'd they go? It's a little die set from Trinity, and it really is cute. And I got another cute card. I'll put it in my hot little hand to show you using those glasses, too. And then she used black shadows, bright lorikeet colors, because she lives in New Zealand. And she had sunshine. So I used bright colors, too. I used the same colors that she had for the most part. I may have fudged a little bit, but for the most part, we had the same things. I used them all over, though, instead of having just little images. Now, I did see how she has the little books over there? So I did add the little books to my prototype. And she has that one square with flowers, so I added little flowers to one of the fields. She has crayons and pencils, so that's why I added the zigzags for the crayons and pencils. And yes, that was sneaky. I totally claim that was super sneaky. And I would have come in later and added a little tip on these little triangles to make them look more like pencils, because that would be a fair thing to do. But she has teachers love books and stationery. Well, yes, we do. And teacher activity. I thought this would be a great activity for teachers to use in either for gifts for all sorts of teachers, or as a project for their students, because you could have them do an entire 8.5 by 11 in whatever medium you want to do, and then chop it up. And it could be a quiet activity when they finish their activities and are waiting for the rest of the class, you see. So that was kind of what I was thinking, but you could also use a big chunk of it and then cut it into 4 cards. That could be a nice gift as well. So yes, I think I was on point with that. She used a hand-drawn Zentangle. Well, I did too, but I made mine a lot bigger. So another thing that she did is she's got the little black fill-in squares, and so I filled in a couple squares, and she used gold pen or gold embossing and some gold embossing, I think is what it was. I didn't want to do that. So I found some cute little gold butterflies that Carmen Broxma had sent me some time back, and I hadn't used all of them. So I was going to use those up, or some more of those, because I thought they looked very pretty on it. So that is that. Congratulations, Deborah Cap. That is a pretty good deal. I think I deserve being bested, but I did do quite a bit of altering, as I say I often do, but there's still quite a bit that obviously you could see. There is the other card that I was talking about with those big sunglasses. They're just cute. And it's the sun. It's that sun die. And that was the sun die that I used for JD's book. You get your chocolate out? It is the same sun die that I used for his book. But I put zinc oxide on that sun's nose because it's been really hot. So he didn't want to get burned up. That was that. Well done. I don't know how long that took y'all, but congratulations on playing, everybody. Thank you so very much trying to catch me. I'm so glad everybody wants to bust me. That's all right. I don't mind it at all. Well, maybe a little bit. Someday I'm going to get away with it. Not this week. Congratulations again, Deborah. What else we have going on? Well, we always want to take a opportunity to thank our members. We have a lot going on over there just for you. I don't even think the members know all how much they have over there sometimes, because it's that much. Sometimes I'll find something over there and go, oh, that's really cool, dude. Is that new? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh, well, shucks. But what did I put in the update this week? I don't know, but there was some good information. Just remarkable. And there they are. Those are the people that are bringing the shows live to you every week, whether you pay for them or not. It's great. I thank you guys. And it does mean a lot to me to see, and us, to see your support. And we do take it very seriously that you are so thoughtful. And we are very careful with your funds. And someday we're going to get paid. I keep saying that. Never seems to happen much. But look at you guys. That's wonderful. What do we have coming up? I do have a new technique video for silvers that came out today. And there's a new member show for everybody that came out today too. So if you want to have a little background friends going on in the while you craft or whatever you're doing, sitting back trying to go to sleep, it's all there for you. There's a lot of fun stuff over there. We appreciate you though. Never want you to not know that. Join us Friday when we welcome Joy Wilson from Kentucky and Pajama Crafters Stamps. It will be her first time. I know that you will give her a warm welcome and she'll feel very, very comfortable. And then next week we'll play again, see if I get away with the crime of the century, the art crime. I don't know if it's all that's what it's cracked up to be. Thank you, my little crafting mob. You all take care. We'll see you in a couple nights. And on our Facebook group, etc., etc. You are the best. Thank you. Night, night.